Linda Ronstadt, a musical icon who once lit up the stage with her powerful voice, now faces a heartbreaking battle. At 78, Linda Ronstadt faces heartache after a tragic diagnosis that has silenced her legendary voice and brought immense challenges to her daily life. As she navigates this devastating reality, we reflect on her incredible journey and the impact the struggle has had on the beloved singer.
We were laughing because one of the guys, and the guy that's supposed to be my boyfriend, is in real life my guitar player, and the band was cracking up because they all know him, It takes the mystique away when you know what the guy looks like.
My personal life was in a shambles. 3 tracks, it's really difficult for me to even approach being objective about my own stuff.
Linda Ronstadt was born on July 15, 1946, in Tucson, Arizona. Growing up in a close-knit family, she was surrounded by music from a young age. Her father, Gilbert, owned a hardware store, but his true passion was music. He often sang traditional Mexican songs at home, filling the air with melodies that would shape Linda's future. Her mother, Ruth, played the ukulele, adding to the household's rich musical environment. From the start, Linda was captivated by music. She sang along with her siblings, developing a deep love for harmony and rhythm. At the age of 14, Linda formed a folk trio with her brother Peter and sister Susie. They performed at local venues, delighting audiences with their fresh sound. These early experiences were the foundation of her musical career. In the 1960s, Linda moved to Los Angeles, hoping to make it big. She joined the Stone Ponies, a folk rock group that quickly gained attention. Their song, Different Drum, written by Michael Nesmith, became a hit in 1967, putting Linda in the spotlight. The song's success marked the beginning of her rise to fame. Linda's unique voice, a blend of power and emotion, set her apart. She soon embarked on a solo career, releasing her first album, Hand-Sewn, Homegrown, in 1969. The 1970s saw Linda achieve unprecedented success. Her albums, Heart Like a Wheel, Simple Dreams, and Living in the USA were all massive hits. Songs like You're No Good, Blue Bayou, and When Will I Be Loved became anthems for a generation. Her talent crossed genres effortlessly, from rock to country to pop. She collaborated with legends like Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris, forming the iconic trio. Her performances captivated audiences worldwide, earning her numerous awards, including multiple Grammys. But what was the turning point that skyrocketed her career? Linda Ronstadt's career reached its peak in the 1970s and 80s. This was the era of her greatest hits and most memorable albums. Her voice dominated the charts, and her music became the soundtrack of a generation. Albums like Heart Like a Wheel from 1974, Simple Dreams from 1977, and Living in the USA from 1978 cemented her status as a superstar. Each of these albums featured songs that became classics. Heart Like a Wheel included the smash hit You're No Good, which showcased Linda's powerful vocals. The album also featured When Will I Be Loved and It Doesn't Matter Anymore, both of which were huge successes. Simple Dreams brought us Blue Bayou and It's So Easy, tracks that defined the decade. Linda's ability to cross genres was one of her biggest strengths. She didn't just stick to rock or pop. She explored country and even traditional Mexican music. Her album, Canciones de mi Padre from 1987, honored her Mexican heritage and became the best-selling non-English language album in U.S. history. Collaborations were another highlight of Linda's peak years. She teamed up with the likes of Dolly Parton and Emmylou Harris to form the legendary trio. Their harmonies were magical, and their albums were critically acclaimed. The trio album, released in 1987, topped the country charts and won a Grammy. Linda's talent didn't go unnoticed. She won 10 Grammy Awards, 3 American Music Awards, and had an Emmy. She was even awarded the National Medal of Arts by President Obama in 2013. Her influence extended beyond music, as she became a cultural icon. But her success was not just about awards and chart toppers. Linda's music had a profound impact on her fans. Her songs were filled with raw emotion, and her performances were unforgettable. Yet with all this success, a personal battle was looming. Linda Ronstadt's personal life was just as fascinating as her career. She had relationships with some very famous men. In the early 1970s, she dated John Boylan, a record producer who also managed her career for a time. This was followed by a romance with J.D. Souther, a musician and songwriter who collaborated with her on several songs. Their relationship lasted for a few years, but they remained friends even after it ended. Next, Linda dated actor Albert Brooks. Their relationship was brief but notable, given their different worlds of music and film. In the late 1970s, Linda had a well-publicized romance with Jerry Brown, then the governor of California. This relationship captured a lot of media attention as it combined the worlds of politics and entertainment. In the early 1980s, Linda was linked to comedian Bill Murray. Though their time together was short, it added another interesting chapter to her personal story. Around the same time, she also had a relationship with Jim Carrey, who was just starting his rise to fame. One of Linda's longest relationships was with filmmaker George Lucas. They dated for several years in the 1980s, and their relationship was serious enough that they were once engaged. However, they eventually parted ways. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Linda found love with singer Aaron Neville. Their musical collaboration brought them closer, and they were often called the first couple of pop music. Despite these high-profile relationships, Linda chose not to marry. She valued her independence and didn't want to compromise. In her words, she wasn't good at compromising, and she wanted to make decisions freely. Linda also decided to become a mother on her terms. She adopted 2 children, a daughter named Mary in 1990, and a son named Carlos in 1994. Motherhood became a central part of her life, and she focused on raising her children away from the spotlight. Her personal life was just as intriguing as her professional one. Linda Ronstadt, Dolly Parton, and Emmylou Harris, 3 legendary voices, came together to form one of the most iconic collaborations in music history, known simply as Trio. It all began in the mid-1970s, when the 3 women, already friends, realized the magic that happened when their voices blended. The idea of creating an album was born, but their busy schedules kept delaying the project. Finally, in 1987, they managed to align their schedules and recorded their first album, Trio. The result was pure magic. Their harmonies were flawless, and the album's mix of country, folk, and pop resonated with audiences everywhere. Songs like To Know Him Is to Love Him and Wildflowers showcased their unique blend of voices and musical styles. The album was a massive success, topping the country charts and earning a Grammy for Best Country Performance by a duo or group with vocal. The chemistry between Linda, Dolly, and Emmylou was not just professional, but also personal. They shared a deep respect for each other's talents and often spoke about how much they enjoyed working together. Behind the scenes, their sessions were filled with laughter and mutual admiration. Dolly once joked about Linda being a perfectionist, making them repeat harmonies until they were just right. This dedication to perfection paid off in every note they sang. The success of the first Trio album led to another collaboration. In 1999, they released Trio 2, which continued the tradition of beautiful harmonies and heartfelt songs. The album also received critical acclaim and further cemented their legacy as one of the greatest supergroups in music history. The impact of Trio extended beyond just their music. They showed the world that women in music could collaborate and achieve greatness without competing against each other. Their friendship and musical partnership became a beacon of inspiration for many. As we celebrate these golden moments, it's important to remember that behind the scenes, Linda faced challenges that would soon change her life dramatically. But how did Linda manage her health amidst all this success? Linda Ronstadt's health journey began with subtle signs. In the early 2000s, she noticed that her voice wasn't what it used to be. Singing, something that had always come naturally, started to feel like a struggle. Her voice would sometimes clamp up or freeze, making it difficult to hit the notes she once sang effortlessly. Initially, Linda thought it was just part of aging. But as the problem persisted, she knew something was seriously wrong. She sought medical advice, and in 2012, she received the devastating diagnosis, Parkinson's disease. This condition affects the nervous system and gradually leads to the loss of muscle control, including the muscles used for singing. Publicly revealing her diagnosis in 2013 was a brave step for Linda. Fans were heartbroken to learn that the voice that had brought so much joy would be silenced by this illness. For Linda, it was a difficult reality to accept. She had to retire from performing, a decision that marked the end of an era for her and her fans. The impact on her personal life was profound. Linda, who once commanded stages around the world, found her daily routine drastically changed. Simple activities became challenging, and she had to adapt to a slower pace of life. The disease also affected her mobility, requiring her to use aids like walking sticks and wheelchairs. Her inability to sing was the hardest part. Singing had always been more than just a career for Linda. It was her way of expressing herself and connecting with people. Losing that ability was a deep emotional blow. But Linda faced her condition with remarkable courage and resilience. She focused on other passions, like reading and spending time with her family, finding new ways to stay connected to her loved ones and her fans. As Parkinson's progressed, Linda had to confront new hurdles, both physically and emotionally. Yet through it all, she remained a symbol of strength and determination, inspiring many with her unyielding spirit. The struggle didn't end there. It only got more challenging. After Linda Ronstadt was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, her life had changed dramatically. Coping with the diagnosis was not easy. It was a tough blow, especially for someone whose life revolved around music. Yet Linda faced it with courage. She accepted the reality, but did not let it define her. Everyday life presented new challenges. Simple tasks, like walking or holding a cup, became difficult. Linda had to make many adjustments. She used walking aids and sometimes a wheelchair. Her home was adapted to make daily activities easier. She also had to rely more on others, something she wasn't used to. This loss of independence was hard, but Linda approached it with grace. Her days became quieter. She could no longer perform or sing as she used to, but she found other ways to fill her time. Reading became a great comfort. Linda had always loved books, and now they were a window to the world. She also spent a lot of time with her family, cherishing the moments they shared. Despite these challenges, Linda's spirit remained strong. She did not let the disease take away her joy in life. She continued to find happiness in small things. Her resilience was inspiring. She never gave up, even when things were tough. She remained active in other ways, like advocating for Parkinson's awareness and supporting research. Linda's strength was a beacon of hope. She showed that even in the face of a debilitating disease, one could still live a meaningful life. Her story touched many, offering a powerful message of perseverance. Linda's battle with Parkinson's was ongoing, but she faced it with unwavering strength. She adapted to her new normal and found ways to stay connected to the things she loved. Her legacy continued, not just through her music, but through her remarkable resilience. Her story is a testament to human strength and the power of enduring hope. She continues to inspire, showing us all that even in the hardest times, one can still find light and joy. Despite everything, Linda's spirit remained unbroken. Linda Ronstadt's Mexican heritage played a significant role in her life and music. Her deep connection to her roots was beautifully captured in her memoir, Feels Like Home, a song for the Sonoran borderlands. In this book, Linda shares stories from her childhood in Arizona, where her family's Mexican traditions were a central part of daily life. She spoke of the songs her father sang, the foods they ate, and the values they held dear. Linda's heritage profoundly influenced her music. In 1987, she released the album Canciones de mi Padre, a collection of traditional Mexican songs. This album was a heartfelt tribute to her father and her cultural roots. It was a bold move for an artist primarily known for rock and pop, but it was a labor of love for Linda. The album was a massive success, becoming the best-selling non-English language album in the U.S. It won a Grammy and introduced a wider audience to the beauty of Mexican music. Her influence didn't stop there. Linda continued to champion her heritage through her music and public appearances. She released more albums celebrating Mexican music and culture, like Más Canciones and Frenesi. Each album was a testament to her pride in her roots and her desire to share that pride with the world. Linda's contributions went beyond music. She used her platform to raise awareness about cultural issues and advocate for the Latino community. She participated in cultural events, supported educational programs, and spoke out on political issues affecting Mexican Americans. Her voice became a powerful tool for cultural awareness and change. Through her work, Linda helped to break down barriers and foster a greater understanding of Mexican culture. She showed that music could be a bridge between different worlds, bringing people together through shared humanity. Her legacy in this area is as impactful as her musical achievements. Even with such rich contributions, Linda's journey took another turn. Linda Ronstadt's health journey had taken another difficult turn. Recently, she was diagnosed with progressive supranuclear palsy, or PSP, a rare brain disorder. PSP affects movement, balance, and speech, making daily activities increasingly challenging. For Linda, who had already been living with Parkinson's, this new diagnosis was a heavy blow. The emotional toll of this latest diagnosis was profound. Linda, who once captivated audiences with her powerful voice, now struggles with basic movements and speech. It's heartbreaking to see a once vibrant performer face such immense challenges. This disease has added another layer of difficulty to her life, affecting her ability to communicate and move freely. Physically, PSP has taken a significant toll. Linda often experiences stiffness, difficulty with eye movements, and problems with balance, leading to frequent falls. These symptoms make everyday tasks exhausting and sometimes dangerous. She relies heavily on her family and caregivers for support. The outpouring of love from family, friends, and fans have been overwhelming. Her children, Mary and Carlos, have been her pillars of strength, providing constant care and support. Friends and fellow musicians have also rallied around her, offering emotional support and encouragement. Fans worldwide have sent messages of love and appreciation, reminding Linda of the incredible impact she's had on their lives. Linda's resilience through all these trials is inspiring. She continues to face each day with courage, finding strength in the love that surrounds her. Her story is a powerful reminder of the human spirit's capacity to endure and adapt. As Linda faces her greatest challenge yet, what can we learn from her story? Reflecting on Linda Ronstadt's career is like taking a journey through music history. From her early days with the Stone Ponies to her solo successes in the 1970s and 80s, Linda's voice has left an indelible mark on the world. She broke barriers with her genre-crossing albums, moving effortlessly between rock to country to traditional Mexican music. Her influence on music is undeniable, inspiring countless artists and touching the hearts of millions. Linda's legacy is not just about her music. It's about her courage, her spirit, and her unwavering dedication to her craft. She's been a trailblazer for women in the music industry, showing that talent and determination can overcome any obstacle. Her albums like Heart Like a Wheel and Canciones de mi Padre are timeless, continuing to inspire new generations of musicians and fans alike. To her fans, Linda means so much more than just a singer. She's a symbol of resilience and authenticity. Her willingness to embrace different musical styles and her dedication to her heritage has made her a beloved figure worldwide. Fans admire her for staying true to herself and her roots, and for her honesty in sharing her health struggles. Linda's message of hope and inspiration resonate deeply. Even as she faces severe health challenges, she continues to inspire through her strength and positivity. She's often spoken about the importance of staying connected to what you love and finding joy in the little things. Her story encourages us to face our challenges with the same grace and determination. Linda's story is far from over. She continues to inspire us, not just with her past achievements, but with her ongoing courage and resilience. Her legacy will live on, reminding us all of the power of music, the importance of staying true to oneself, and the incredible strength of the human spirit. Linda Ronstadt's journey shows her incredible strength and resilience. Her music and spirit inspire millions every day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. What's your favorite Linda Ronstadt song? Please let us know in the comments.